President Cyril Ramaphosa has welcomed the Constitutional Court's decision upholding Advocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane's suspension as public protector. Deputy Chief Justice Mandisa Maya found Ramaphosa had nothing to gain by suspending her, and that's despite Mkhwebane claiming that all of this related to her investigation into the Phala Phala farm theft. The court found that the probe into foreign currency stolen from the president's farm continued despite Mkhwebane's absence. Now, the suspended public protector is currently also facing a parliamentary committee or a parliamentary probe that's looking into her fitness to hold office. Let's continue with our reaction for you this Friday morning, bringing the IFP's MP Narend Singh, who joins us now via our video link. Great to have you on the program as always, sir. Thanks for making time. We've seen reaction from several organizations, including the Democratic Alliance, obviously welcoming the move. Is this how you also react to this?
Yes, and good morning to you and your viewers. Let me say we note the move, but we welcome the fact that we've got a system in our democracy where we have to respect the rule of law. And when the apex court has made a decision on a particular matter, it's something that all of us as South Africans have to, respect.
Absolutely. There's going to be a lot of questions, I think, now, especially because the public protector herself said, she's basically intimated to us here on Newzroom Afrika that she's not planning to really pursue this any further. What unfolds then, because her term is ending in October, is going to be questions around what that office has suffered over the past 7 years because of the just unprecedented litigation around her tenure. Are you at all concerned about, the state in which the public protector leaves this office come October?
Absolutely. We would have liked as the IFP that the parliamentary process that was put in place to deal with the public protector and the fitness to hold office would have been properly completed before her term of office. Now, it seems that is not going to happen. There's a lot of kicking for touch here. And I think this date was always in mind when the public protector, the public protector and her team appeared before the parliamentary committee. But we've requested that the committee finalize a report because they have been sitting for a considerable period now. And there's enough evidence for them to make a finding which they need to bring before Parliament.
Yeah. Another ancient old issue that's plagued this particular office is around it being used for proxy political wars. It's so interesting listening to the people in the commentariat who mention how in politics it appears there are no permanent enemies or friends. Here you have the DA and ANC president in Cyril Ramaphosa tag teaming in this case, obviously because they wanted a very similar outcome. But, beyond just that kind of banter, there's going to be real concerns about ways through which the office is weaponized for political ends and ways through which Parliament can protect the office from that.
No, absolutely. And therefore we hope that the process that's being undertaken currently by an ad hoc committee that's been set up to interview for the new public protector does their work very, very thoroughly. And they do a lot of background checks on the applicants that have come through so that we do not have to go through this for the next, period of the Office of the Public Protector. It's a very, very important position. It's a very, very important role enshrined in our Constitution. And we really need to know that we must be satisfied as South Africans that there will always be fairness and no bias and no political interference in that particular office. But having said that, Aldrin, for any answer that's given to any question, people will have many views about it. So there are political views. Sometimes the very people that are saying that the ConCourt, was biased in this particular decision, they hail the ConCourt for other decisions, throughout the term of their office. So you're right. We will get people, going in a seesaw, just trying to justify their own particular positions on a matter and not respecting the rule of law.
What is equally important at the moment is that there is a process to elect Busisiwe Mkhwebane's successor. What's the IFP looking out insofar as that process is concerned to, at the very least, avoid a repeat, potentially, of the past 7 years?
Well, I'm definitely a person of integrity, a person who has the academic qualifications, but not only that, we will have to search what the particular person did in previous stations that they were at, and really, really question. And we feel that even if it takes longer for the appointment, We'd rather do a thorough search. You do background searches and everything else, and they have to be absolutely thorough because, as you said as well, we can't make a similar mistake again where through the term of office you find that there's perceived political interference and bias.
Does the IFP have a candidate in mind?
Not as yet. Not as yet. We've got the Deputy President of the party, Honorable E.M. Buthelezi, who is a very senior member of the party, sitting on that committee, and we trust his judgment, and he will be reporting back regularly to caucus just on how things are going, because we don't have any particular candidate in mind. I think we are going there with an open mind.
Look, you can't blame a man for trying. Narend Singh, thanks for speaking to us. I appreciate your time as always. Narend, of course, is a member of the IFP. In fact, he's a member of Parliament, I beg your pardon, with the IFP.